Welcome back to day 2 of World of Concrete 2024.
Tonight you're gonna see even more new tools from the likes of Milwaukee, Makita, DeWALT, Hilti, Bosch, and more. And it's all coming up next on the Tool Show. Welcome back, Tool fans. I'm Rob.
And I'm Sarah.
And this is our second day at the World of Concrete 2024. There's still a ton of stuff to see from a ton of different tool companies. Sarah, where do you want to start first?
Milwaukee.
Then we should probably turn around and go back that way. All right. All right, guys, I'm here with my buddy David, who's going to show us an M18 vac. But hang on, you all remember the ones that came out a couple years ago? We got super excited. They're way overpowered. He had a lot to do with that. We're huge fans, but there was one glaring problem. It wasn't packout compatible. I'm not going to hold that to you today.
Fair enough.
Because of your new product. Tell us about it, David.
Awesome. All right, so this is the new M18 fuel packout dual battery dust extractor with vac link. So really 3 main things when we talk about this product. First and foremost, it's going to be sustained suction. So typically when you're using a vacuum and that dust is getting on side of the filter, you're going to have to go in there and clean that product. So this product has dual automatic filter cleaning, so it's going to maintain that suction throughout the application. So it has HEPA filters that it's going to pulse air on and clean it as you're working so the performance doesn't degrade.
Oh, I love that.
Second thing is going to be versatile power for all-day productivity. So on a multi-phase site, you need kind of cordless convenience, but if you have extended runtime applications, you want that availability. This allows you to do that. So this is going to run both on battery and on the back side. It has a cord that you essentially plug in. So again, for those extended runtime applications,
David, come on.
You're able to execute everything you want and more. And the last thing is going to be vac link wireless dust control. So typically if you're using an application, you don't want to walk back to your vacuum to turn it on. That kind of wastes time. So we have a remote that's essentially going to automatically start the vacuum remotely.
Love it.
Allowing you to not go back and forth. You can click your battery in, make your application cut, you can move on. You can turn the product off. This technology will also be integrated into tools in the future. So where it makes sense, we'll start integrating that into the tools where it makes sense.
Really?
This product will be available in kind of the Q4 2024 timeframe.
Okay.
Excited to see it launch.
Got my new friend Tina Beach here. Is going to show us the brand new DeWALT framing nailers. I'm so excited about these. Tina, what can you tell us?
What's going on, guys? Thanks for joining us here. We're gonna go through, we got brand new 21 and 30 degree framing nailers here. Beautiful extended magazine. You can fit full 2 clips on this and pop that in. Goes right back out and pops in there. We are not competing against battery powered here. We are competing against air. We're competing against pneumatic to get those hoses and stuff out of your way, okay? Another thing we focused on is getting this ramped up so you can get the nails in the boards quicker. You're popping nails. Bump stock in the other direction as well, and you're getting them even faster. I love putting it on an angle. You can see there, it'll be fully seated inside there as well. You're not going to get any of them popping up and in your way. Love this product, really excited.
How soon can we get them?
These are going to start shipping in May, so look out for them in your local distribution.
Sounds good. Nice to meet you too.
Thanks so much, guys.
Appreciate it. What would World of Concrete be without a whole bunch of cool impact wrenches? I'm here with my buddy Scott, who's got a couple new ones from Bosch. Scott, what have you got?
All right, so this one is our light duty, but versatile, 2-in-1. It has a 1/2-inch square drive, and on the inside, it holds your typical 1/4-inch hex drive bits.
Awesome.
So very versatile. You can go from impacting your lags straight into driving screws. Next one we have is our 330 foot-pound impact wrench. So we have a couple versions of that with a pin detent, and then we also have a friction ring on that one. Next one is 740 foot-pounds of torque. Both of these have a 1/2-inch drive, and this one has 1,180 foot-pounds of breakaway torque. Final one, this one is our biggest one we have, it's a 3/4 inch drive, 770 foot-pounds of impact torque, 1,250 foot-pounds of breakaway torque. So let me show you one of these. Change the mode back to 3 so I can finish it off.
All right, guys, we're back in the Diablo booth. I'm here with Blair, who's going to show us one of their newest blades for, it's a thin metal?
That's correct.
Tell us about it.
Sure, so new blades that we have available now, these are dedicated thin metal cutting blades. The difference between these and a thick metal cutting blade, we've developed a blade, or a tooth material rather, that is specifically for thin gauge metal. We also have added more teeth. More teeth reduce vibration, and that vibration is the biggest challenge we have when cutting materials like this heavy gauge steel stud. These studs are going to vibrate, especially for someone in the field who's going to be putting it up on their boot and cutting it like that. The material is going to wobble around when they cut. That's going to reduce your blade life. So we're going to solve the problem for them and design the blade in a way that prevents that and increases blade life. So we're going to show you a quick cut here. So we're leaving a nice finish here. There's no burring. We don't have to walk the material all the way over to a dedicated cut station. We just take a handheld tool, we make a quick cut, and we get a good clean finish on that. A great result for anyone making that cut. Price, we're at $39.97 for this blade.
All right, guys, we're back in the DeWALT booth here at World of Concrete 2024. Met my new buddy Brian here, who's going to show us a brand new DeWALT grinder with a couple interesting new features. Brian, tell us all about it.
Thank you, sir. So this right here is the DCG 418 SHD side handle detect grinder. The purpose of this grinder is to highly encourage the user for proper grinder use.
Two hands.
But making sure you have to activate a primary trigger or a secondary trigger before you activate the primary trigger to engage the tool. Now, also integrated in this tool, we have our DeWALT Tool Connect technology integrated in the foot right out of the box. No chip pocket required. You can integrate this tool with the DeWALT Site Manager app to get actionable data on tool location, utilization, safety metrics, so you can see how your tool is being used. Is it being used correctly? Is it being used safety? This is also built on the back of our DCG 418 grinder, giving you that same 2300 max watts hours of power, a kickback brake, an E-clutch, no volt technology, and up to 6-inch disc capacity. This will be available in Q4 of this year.
Awesome. Can you give us a quick demo?
Absolutely.
All right, I'm going to get out of the way. All right, guys, luckily before we left the booth, we ran into Brian here in Milwaukee because we have a new M18 duplex nailer. Look at this thing. Yes, please. All right, tell us all about it, Ryan. I'm super pumped. I will give that to you, though.
Yes, perfect. So very excited today to announce the M18 Fuel Duplex Nailer. Duplex nails traditionally are installed by hand using a hammer. It's a very time-consuming, labor-intensive process. That changes today with the introduction of the M18 Fuel Duplex Nailer. Rapidly optimizes concrete form assembly. You can be up to 7 times faster in concrete form building using a duplex nailer compared to swinging a hammer. In addition to that, you're taking the repetitive motion of swinging a hammer out of the equation. So that's a lower occurrence of repetitive motion injuries, lower occurrence of muscle strain injuries with using this tool. You get 800 nails on a single 5 amp hour battery charge. We've also included a lot of unique features like a tool-free jam clearing latch for quick access to the front of the tool, as well as an inverted resting orientation so you can put the tool down and have it readily accessible to pick back up. This tool is going to be launching alongside 2 sizes of duplex nails. On these duplex nails, we increase the spacing between heads so you have better access to pull it out of the material when you're stripping the formwork. We also designed a very large nail head, which is really easy to grip with a hammer or a pry bar. But enough with me talking about it, let's see the tool in use. This is going to be launching in Q3 of this year. Very excited for it.
All right, guys, we're here at the Hilti booth at World of Concrete 2024. Something we don't talk about a lot with all these cool new tools is that what happens to them at the end of their life. As it turns out, Hilti is heavily invested in sustainability and consequently improving ROI for their customers. Luckily, I got Rush here who's going to tell us all about their program. So Rush, what does happen to a Hilti tool when it's done doing its job?
Yeah, thank you for asking, Rob. So sustainability is deeply embedded now into our strategy, and we really want to do what's right for the customer and also for the planet. So the first thing we want to do is we actually want to start with reduce. If we can help our customers right-size their tool cribs and do more with less, we do that through a consultative approach to really match what they need with the right tools at the right time. And then when they're done with the tools, once they're done using them, they give it back to us. And what we do is we refurbish those tools, we test them, and we donate those tools to charities so they can then have a second life.
No kidding. How many is that?
So to give you an example, last year we donated over $1 million of tools to folks like Habitat for Humanity. So they're staying out of the landfills.
So that's after they come back from the job site, you guys refurbish them and you put them in the hands of people who still use them.
We test them, we refurbish them, and if we can't refurbish the entire tool and use it, we actually open it up, we look at the parts, and then we try to use the electronics or the chuck or the motor, again after rigorous quality tests. We use that to repair broken tools that come in. And if we can't reuse, then we make sure that everything's recycled in a responsible way, and we have a network of recyclers that we work with, and we recycled over 1 million pounds of tools and batteries last year.
That's amazing. Awesome. Well, thank you, Rush. Appreciate the
Rob.
work you do.
Thank you guys.
All right, guys, we just ran into Rudy again at the Makita booth. Super excited to see you again, buddy. This is something people have been asking for an awfully long time. I'm really excited about this generation. Tell us all about the new framing.
Yeah, they've definitely been waiting a long time, a little too long. We're very excited that we announced it this year at World of Concrete. We have our LXT 18-volt, 21-degree framing nail gun. We're going to do a quick demo for you guys, if you don't mind.
Please do, yeah.
So we have it in bump fire mode. We're shooting 131, 3-inch nails, and to this 3.5-inch LVL. Let's give it a go.
Man, that's quick.
Lastly,
no ramp up or anything.
No ramp up, nothing. Some of these are a little too deep, so we do have a depth adjustment setting here. Okay. With our 5-amp battery, users can get up to 1,200 nails per charge.
That's awesome. So how much and when can we get it?
So great question, I appreciate it. The release date is expected for fall of this year. No pricing as of yet.
All right, I'm sure it'll be a good price.
Yeah. Yes.
Well, it looks awesome. Love how fast that is. The fact it doesn't ramp up is pretty appealing. It looks good. Can I hold it for a second?
Please do.
There's a couple guys, they said it felt a little bit lighter too. And yeah, that's.
Want to go for it?
That's not heavy at all. I am gonna give it a shot. Power's on, bump mode. Here we go. Jeez, that's fast.
How's that?
Yeah, that is super, super quick. And yeah, it's not that heavy at all. All right, guys, so far with the new DeWALT Power Shift technology, we've seen our rammer, we've seen our plate compactor, and we've seen a screed. What's next in the process?
Well, when you have a screed, you gotta have vibrators, right? Because we're placing concrete. And so we're gonna launch our backpack vibrator. And what's exciting about this unit, number one, 60 minutes of continuous runtime. That's 30% longer than gas.
That's a big deal.
Hold on, it gets better, it gets better. 5 pounds lighter. So you're lighter than gas, you can run longer than gas.
Yeah.
I mean, it's truly better.
It is. That's awesome.
So that's on the backpack.
Okay.
The other piece of the puzzle here, so think flat work, anything level.
Okay.
Then there's the DeWALT Power Pack. Really cool, so think anything going vertical, walls and columns, structural elements. You have the Power Pack. All the same great technology that's in the backpack is also living in here, but one really distinct feature is our wireless tool control right here. What the big deal here is, picture you're up on top of a column and you're pulling the hose out, right? And it's going down below and there's usually a craft worker catching this at the bottom. A lot of times they don't shut it off quick enough. You get totally covered in concrete, right? But the person at the top of the column has the ability to shut it off. Yeah, they can shut it off. Again, it's a nice to live with feature.
I bet.
The other big thing is this whole system, there's lots of reflectivity. We know that concrete craft workers work at night quite often, so you'll see this high vis reflective throughout all the tools we know that make a living at night or really early mornings. We want the craft to be seen.
Love it. All right, guys, we're still in the Bosch booth. We're gonna look at some serious drills today with my buddy Harry. Harry, thanks so much for joining us.
No, thank you
really
for having
appreciate it. So tell us what we can expect this year from Bosch.
Absolutely. So right here we have a brand new GSB 18V-800C. It is our newest drill in the lineup. It's coming out in about 2 weeks. It is 565 inch-pounds of torque, which is amazing for that size package.
Yeah, it's just for reference really quickly. This is how small this thing is in my hands. It is very, very small. Oh, and it's got kickback control, even on such a small drill.
Yeah, kickback control. It is also has a hammer drill function with it as well. So it really packs a punch for the size of product that it really is. Then right next to it, you have its bigger brothers with the GSR 18V-1330 and then the GSB 18V-1330. The major difference between these two is the GSB, it has a hammer function in it. The GSR is merely just a drill driver. Here you'll see the quick select, drill, drive, and hammer functions right up top. Traditional 2-speed select right there. And then let's move down here real quick and I'll explain some of the key features with these drills.
Sounds good.
So all the drills that you see up there feature kickback control, which is amazing for operator safety. So when you're running it and you get bogged down or caught up on something, it'll lock up, lights will flash to indicate that kickback control has been activated. Amazing for operator safety and for organizations that are really honed in on safety, really something to think about. Another key feature is angle detect. So here, I'm gonna put it down right here real quick. And so we have the option right on the HMI to select between 45 degrees and 60 degrees. We'll toggle over to 45 degrees. Right here is a calibration light. It blinked green, so it shows that we are ready to go. And just keep an eye on that light right there. I'm gonna start leaning forward. Yellow means we're getting close. Green means we're right about at 45 degrees. This is within 3 degrees of accuracy, which is amazing for applications such as plumbers, electricians, any mechanical work. You're going through rough plumbing or rough framing, it's great for added accuracy, especially for some niche applications as well. So here, I'm gonna give you a quick demo. We'll start with the auger bit. With the Bosch accessories, with the 1330 and the torque, absolutely just chews right through these materials. We got an LVL right here, we have a 4x4 right here and a 2x12, and just watch. Hardly any input from my side, it's just gonna absolutely chew right through this. Right here we'll go, we'll choose an empty spot right here. Your traditional 2x2 right here, 2x12 right here. And that's impressive, but you know what's more impressive?
Big hole saw.
Is about a 3-inch hole saw right there. Just watch how it just absolutely just...
Sheesh, that's quick.
Yeah. And these hole saws are amazing too. With a deep cut right there, super easy to just pop these out. For someone who's been in the trades, that is worth its weight in gold.
Deal.
Oh, absolutely. Otherwise, you'll be sitting there just fighting around with this.
Looks good, Harry.
Yeah,
thank you so much, man.
Thanks
It's nice
for
to
stopping
meet you,
by,
bud.
guys.
Appreciate
Absolutely.
it.
Enjoy the rest of the show.
All right, who wants to see a new M18 circular? So I know I do. Luckily, my buddy Ryan here has the latest 6.5-inch. Super pumped about this. The original version, you said it came out way back in 2013?
2013, yep, that's right, Rob. So with this new version, we are the most powerful in class. So we have 20% more power, 40% faster cutting times than any competitors in the 6.5-inch space. Additionally, we took weight out of the tool, made it a more compact design. We even added you a rafter hook. Since we know guys love to climb up on ladders with this tool, you could easily hook it on your bags or your belt and have it hands-free to go up a ladder or move around a job site.
Awesome.
Additionally, we added in bevel detents. So we have a detent at 22.5 and 45 degrees for easy adjustments. And then this is brand new to the world in circ saws. We've added a depth detent here. So this has a positive detent at a 1/2 inch, 1.5 inches, and 3/4. So instead of going on the side of material like this and finding your depth there, you can go between the depth, the detents on there and easily adjust to the depth.
Love that. Like, why has no one ever done that before, Ryan?
I don't know. I think
They're
it's a
not
great
as good
idea.
as you, are they? That's why. That's probably why.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, can I give it a shot?
Go for it, Rob.
All right. All right, guys, one more stop at the Makita booth. They have brand new diamond blades, and my buddy Austin here is going to tell us all about them. Austin, what have you got?
So at this station, what we're emphasizing is the importance of blade selection and how that impacts the user experience cutting into concrete. So we're running the same tool, the same battery, and the same vacuum, but in this setup, we have our Makita diamond blade, and in this one, we have a market competitor blade.
Okay.
So the feedback that we've been getting from users is the lower vibration in our new blades, more control, more speed, and more accuracy. So I'll go and run them side by side for you.
Yeah, please do.
Compared to the competitor blade. With the expansion of our XGT line, we're really emphasizing the solution of a battery platform. These blades are part of a new series that we're launching of battery optimized blades. They have a thin kerf and an aggressive segment design that reduces the drag on the tool of the motor. That's going to increase the battery life of this battery by up to 80% more charge.
All right, guys, so we have one more stop on our tour of all the new tools that run on DeWALT's new Power Shift battery platform. This one is easily the most unique. It's a core drill, but wait, as Ricky's leading me up here, the first thing I notice is one of them literally just has a flexible battery plugged into it. Ricky, what's going on?
Yeah, so that's the best part about being on a 60-volt system. When you need a lightweight, ergonomic, compact hand drilling, great. Use your flex volt pack on your 60-volt tool.
That's amazing.
When you need massive runtime, large diameter holes, drop into the stand, get on power shift, get work done.
Love that. So this exact same drill is going to lock into the stand, which is powered by the power shift. So that way we can run, I'm assuming, larger core drills, cut larger holes, run longer for making longer cuts, all that kind of stuff. Is that how that's working?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, it's a 6-inch core drill, so 6-inch holes and below.
Wow.
All right, you can hand core up to 3-inch. If you like to do that, I'm more of a stand person, so.
Right?
and there's a couple of big things here. The core drill, you'll notice our new water tank here.
Yeah.
Wireless tool control. It talks, so when you squeeze the trigger on the core drill, it will automatically feed. You conserve water, make less mess, don't waste water.
Love that. Okay, so with this hooked up here, I'm gonna pull the trigger on this guy here, spin it up a bit, I'm gonna let go. Yeah, look, right there. So the water's coming right out from the inside of the core drill. That
100%.
is amazing.
Here's the other cool part. A couple years ago, we launched our DCS 692 9-inch cutoff saw.
Yeah.
Well, it had this icon on it. Nobody knew why. Well, I might have known a thing or two. We built it in.
Ricky, I feel like you don't always tell us everything, bud.
And so, we got a little hold back.
All right.
But we wanted to make sure if we were gonna, reissue the tool, that it was forward compatible with what we knew was coming.
That's great.
To look out for our users.
So we can use this with a cutoff saw as well, and it's automatically gonna pull the water.
100%.
Love that.
Hey, the other big deal about the core drill though, power, ergonomics, runtime, are absolutely key for our users.
Okay.
But this particular user needs a very close to-wall or to-ceiling clearance, and that's because they're working in a commercial space.
Yeah.
Their clients, right? Your craft workers' clients, they lease or sell property by the square foot, and we know that. And so we have the closest to-wall or to-ceiling clearance in the industry.
All right, guys, I'm here with my buddy Paul in the Bosch booth again, looking at a brand new Bulldog. Super excited about this. Got the dust collection. Gonna collect that silica dust right on the drill. What can you tell us about this, Paul?
Yeah, absolutely. So this is our new rotary hammer that we just launched in October. This is our GBH 18V-28. It's compatible with our GDE 18V-26, our on-tool dust collection device. This has 2.6 foot-pounds of impact energy drilling through concrete. It's capable of drilling holes up to 1 1/8 inch diameter. Our tools come with the kickback control, so if you ever are in a binding condition, it will turn off and it will give you a notification here through our HMI feature. We also have anti-vibration that's built in these tools, so as you're drilling through the concrete, you can work over long periods of time and not have to worry about those vibrations from that hard-hitting concrete. We have a couple different variations or applications on our tool. We have our drilling feature, our hammer drilling, and then our chipping feature. That's exclusive to Bosch, where we have it on our SDS Plus and SDS Max hammers.
All right, guys, we're with my new friend Octavio at the Norton Clipper booth. I've never gotten a chance to meet you guys before. You guys, though, have a reputation for creating a certain type of tool. What is it?
Yes, sir. So 85 years ago, we started the first ever masonry saw.
Awesome.
As a matter of fact, it was wood-mated, and the guy who started it was with the motor of a washing machine.
I love that.
That was 85 years ago.
Okay.
Then we started developing a masonry saw, and this is the first ever masonry saw battery power.
Battery power. And this is with new Honda's EGX platform.
Exactly. So this is a new EGX platform. It's a simple plug and play, similar size as the GX160 motor.
Awesome.
We actually did some testing in-house. 4 different pieces of machines we tested on. The masonry saw in particular gives you 36 minutes cutting time.
How much is that going to translate on the job?
I know that. So we translate to 220 bricks, as you can see it here.
Awesome.
So it's very simple to use. Plug and play, console is up front. You turn it on.
Wow, that's quiet.
There you go, quiet.
That's excellent.
Easy start and stop button. Ready to rumble.
This is exciting. It's the first time I've seen Honda's battery solution integrated into solid.
Yeah, we launched it last year at after the Bauma show, and then we're showing it this year here in the world.
That is very, very cool. So is this available yet?
It is available. We're tied to Honda's delivery times today.
Okay.
But it's as soon as we have the motor, it's plug and play, so it's ready to go. We don't have to modify anything on the frame.
Well, thanks again for the tour. Appreciate it. This is a super exciting tool. Appreciate
Thank
you
you
being
very
on the
much,
show.
Robert. Thank you very much, guys.
All right, have a good show. Let's be honest, we're always constantly trying to get 880 pounds up and down the stairs, right? We just found a new solution. What can you tell us about it?
Hey, this is an Italian product. It's a self-leveling base. So basically, the machine will adjust itself regarding the weight you put on the base. According to the pressure, it will find the correct center of gravity. And once you go upstairs, there is an automatic mode where you don't have to do anything except wait to find the tipping point. Once you find the tipping point, the machine will self-level by itself.
That's awesome. So it's keeping it from rolling forward because it can sense when it gets to the top.
Yep. There is 2
amazing.
independent traction kits, so it turns on itself. It's a zero-turn equipment.
Wow.
Same thing when you want to go downstairs. You just wait to find the tipping point. Then you push it just a little bit,
and it automatically adjusts to the steps. Yep. That's awesome. All right, so price and availability. Is it available now?
Yeah, it's available everywhere in Canada and United States.
Excellent.
So we keep those units in stocks, spare parts as well. We offer after-sale services, and training.
What kind of price range are we looking at?
We're talking about machine that will go from $7,000 to $10,000 US.
Okay.
Depending on the model, there's different accessories as well.
Very cool. Well, thanks. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
All right, guys, we just stopped by the Delta Plus booth, which is a new place for me. The thing that grabbed my attention, though, was one of their helmets has a very special sticker on the side that says MIPS, which is the same one that Sarah and I look for when we get bike helmets for our kids.
So we took our American-made Type 2 climbing helmet, and we teamed up with MIPS to make this innovative safety helmet. And what this offers with MIPS, if you look on the inside here, you have this shell that's kind of floats. Right, it's floating. So what that does now is if you take a strike or if you fall or you have a bump or something on the outside of this helmet, it allows it to move just a little bit and the helmet will absorb that force instead of your brain. So it limits head injuries. Head injuries are the most common and the most expensive on the job site.
Yeah.
And that's now what we offer through MIPS to limit those injuries.
That's fantastic. So are these available now?
They are available now. If you have any questions, you can reach out. Give us a call if you want a sample or if you want to just learn more. We're happy to do so.
All right, what website can we go to find more?
e-erb.com.
Excellent. And last of all, price point on this guy?
So retail, you're looking at probably around $80.
And how different is that between one without MIPS?
Without MIPS, if you're looking at the Type 2 regular safety helmet, retail about 60.
Okay, 20 bucks more, 30% jump if you got the MIPS tech on.
That's right.
Excellent. Ben, it was nice to meet you.
Awesome, nice
Thanks
to meet you.
Thanks for the heads up, appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
All right, guys, we just swung by Triple Crown Products here at the World of Concrete 2024. Jeremiah was showing off some very, very cool caps. These are custom caps you guys create, right? Tell me about it.
So we make these hat in our factory. What separates them from other hats is we're gonna decorate your company's logo on the parts of the hat before it's even made. Then we're going to put the hat together, and what that does is it keeps the shape of the hat intact, but it also allows a lot of extra customization, like being able to laser etch the fabric, embroider pretty much anywhere on the hat, or even sublimate underneath and put your company's website, phone number. They're the best form of promotion that you can hand out to your clients and customers.
So we know a lot of our viewers are contractors and stuff, so if they wanted to get their own for their own brand, how many you got to order before you get something like
So
this?
minimum order for Max hats is 144.
All right, that's not bad at all.
It's what allows us to do extra customization and all the cool things that you can do with those hats.
All right, guys, so what do you think? Do we need tool show hats? Because I think we do. All right, guys, I'm here at MEP with my buddy Renato I just met. I came by their booth because I saw this massive thing and wanted to know what it does. And as it turns out, it takes rebar and shapes it into whatever you need. Renato, thank you so much for joining us. I appreciate it. It's very nice to meet you.
Nice to
What
meet
can
you.
you tell us about this tool?
Well, our machine do, for example, with the coil, we strain the bars and cut and bend a lot of kind of shapes.
Awesome. Yeah, well, I saw a bunch of small little squares, these big long pieces. So this whole big red area at the back of the tool is for holding the piece while it's being bent?
Exactly, to hold the big piece, for example, when we are bending.
Because you're bending against it.
Exactly.
Okay, that makes sense. And you're pulling the rebar from these huge spools in the back, correct?
Yeah, perfect.
So I'm assuming you have to straighten the rebar out first, and then fold it into what you need.
Exactly, we have like a winch, and we can put it in the wire inside the machine with like a bright strainer.
Okay.
Strain the small piece to go inside the machine.
Look at that. All right, guys, we just stopped by the Dusty Robotics booth because we saw one of the cutest robots we've ever seen. And as it turns out, it's on a job site and it's actually drawing the layout on the floor at a great deal of precision. So we got Jeff here to tell us all about it. Jeff, thanks for joining us. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Tell us about this little guy and what exactly he's doing.
Sure thing. So right here, we have the Field Printer 2. It is a wheel-based robot that has ink cartridges at the front of the system. It drives around on surfaces and it leaves lines of ink on the ground. We print text, we print lines, and we print text inside of lines. We print hanger points for mechanicals, electricals, plumbing, fire sprinklers, framing, cabinetry, concrete contractors, all kinds of subcontractors, general contractors, architects, you name it.
And what level of precision is this guy printing?
Yeah, so the laser tracker that we use is the highest level of precision in the industry. It actually allows us to print at a 1/16 of an inch accuracy to the files that we have.
That's amazing. How large of a space can it cover?
Yeah, so I mean the system itself has a radius of 240 feet with each setup. 240 feet radius, so we can print about 500 or something square feet, or 500 feet or so, based on that radius distance.
And now how to control the robot and tell it what to be drawing and where?
Absolutely. So besides the laser tracker, besides the robot, we have the tablet with our user interface that we've developed. You take your finger, you make a box on screen. I'm going to go ahead and walk you through this, navigating it upside down. So you make a box on screen, you highlight the area you want to print, you hit the print button, and you'll see these lines slowly turning to green. That's the field printer processing the information and deciding in which order it wants to complete these lines. After that's complete, the field printer will actually begin, and now it's autonomous.
That is awesome. Now, this is, of course, on a very, very smooth surface you guys have set up here for the demo.
Sure.
And I'm assuming it's using a type of ink that's going to be something you can wipe off really quick
That's
and
right.
redo. Can it use different types of inks, I'm assuming?
Absolutely, it's a cartridge-based solution.
Okay.
So we have different colors with different colors. You have different chemical compositions based on what you need. So if you tell us the ink needs to be gone in 2 weeks, we have inks that can accomplish that. If you're telling me you want inks to be there forever, we have inks that can accomplish that too.
What I'm seeing in your video demo too, it's on very dirty floors. They're wet, all that kind of stuff.
Absolutely.
Is there any limitations to what this thing can print on?
I mean, we can't print on standing water.
Okay,
right?
fair enough.
So we need access to the concrete or the wood or the plywood or the asphalt.
Okay.
We print on a 5-degree slope. So we've done parking garages for LAX for all their parking striping. But really any surface that absorbs ink, we can print on metal, but you'll have to clear coat the lines if you want them to stay.
That makes sense. Now, using a technology like this in such precision, can you guys, help with leveling surfaces? Can you find, variations in height in the surface area?
Absolutely. So if I turn on this collect data option here, it should, I might have to close the tablet in order to get this part working. Hold on. If you'll bear with me for a moment.
We can jump forward to wherever you need
I
us to.
appreciate that.
Not a problem.
So it's a new prototype, but I will be able to show it, I hope.
Cool.
So, yeah, so the robot's actually collecting the elevation as it's moving.
No
so you can
way.
see the heat map being generated in real time.
That's awesome. So if I have this data and I now know where the high spots are on my floor, can this guy help me identify them? Can it highlight them so I know where to go grind?
So we can generate an entire contour map of your floor.
On the floor.
And we can print the contour lines with an embedded line style that says plus 1/32nd, minus 1/32nd. We can tell you where your peaks and valleys are.
That is so smart. Well, this system's absolutely amazing. I can't wait to see more of these on job sites. Thank you so much for your time, Jeff.
Absolutely.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Dusty Robotics, guys. Go check it out at dustyrobotics.com. All right, guys, that's it for World of Concrete 2024.
I want to thank our sponsors, SKIL, Ohio Power Tool, Blaklader, and TestedHQ for continuing to support our show and our crazy community of tool fans who watch.
All right, guys, if you can, do something kind for somebody else this weekend, and Sarah and I will see you next week.